Protoss. Kind of a crazy ratio there, but let's talk to our MVP now. Ending their losing streak. This is Flash. He has double-digit wins in 10 consecutive seasons of Pro League. That's insanity. He says, I've always been a very steady player. And he's happy to prove that by getting those 10 wins in that many consecutive seasons. Saying he's doing both well in individual and pro leagues. I always tend to get stuck after getting 9 wins. He had a hard time getting that 10th win. But he's happy he was able to get the 10th win pretty quickly this time around. Now let's take a look at the match that he played against Keen.
Well, the interview after the GSL group, you said you had a very hard time against Innovation. After that match, I knew that Innovation was a better player than me in the TVT matchup right now. So I watched the VODs right after I went home, and I learned a lot from his play. And I think I was able to show that during the series. I'm very confident against Protoss right now. And my TVZ is getting better and better. And my TVT is currently my least confident match right now, but I am improving. I'm giving myself 9 out of 10.
What?
Interesting. That's some good confidence. Good confidence, Flash. The Raven is the most important thing in a TVT. You're able to give so much air advantage with the Raven. So you're able to hit his gas and his mineral line with your tanks. This was the kind of play you showed throughout your Brewer career. KT has a match with Jin. Which team are you? Jin and Samsung. Which team are you most afraid against? He says against Samsung is the most crucial match right now. So we have to win that match 100% to secure our spot in the playoffs. Since our team has a losing record in Pro League, the atmosphere in the team house hasn't been so good lately. But after today's win, we hope things get better there. And hope the players have a better time in the team house. Talking about one of the casters being in the Master League in the ladder, and he wanted to congratulate him. Must have put a lot of effort into it.
That's the Monday caster, the MC of the Korean desk.
Ah, right. Yeah, Master League's a pretty good achievement, especially on Korea. He was bragging about it all day long today. Well, mates. How about that?
Congratulations from Flash would mean a huge amount to him because he's a big fan of Flash. Always votes for Flash, no matter what. Is thanking the fans as well who have supported them for all these years, even though their team is not doing this well this season. But he promises to do better and better, especially after today's match. And that is it. We get to hear from Flash. I think the reason he got the MVP, it's kind of hard, especially when you get a 3-0 against a certain team, but, you know, he won a TVT.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since he won, so I think we just wanted to hear from him.
Yeah, I mean, him or Stats would have been great to hear from. Stats as well. Also, he had a fantastic, kind of flawless game. But, yeah, it's good to hear from Flash. Good to see that he's actually really confident right now. Bit of a surprise, considering he has been... I mean, he did well in GSL, but he did lose pretty badly to Innovation.
9 out of 10. That's
9 out of 10.
That's pretty far up there.
Yeah.
Our next matchup is going to be SK Telecom T1 versus Spenu. It's going to be Classic versus Lenok, Sue versus Donregu, Dark versus Curious, and then Innovation versus MMA.
Man, could very well be a clean sweep, but Spenu, they do have those experienced players, as you were saying earlier, Valdez. They are very strong, and they can cause upsets.
Yeah. I think, you know, either of the ZVZs would be, I think, a good start for Spenu to start an upset. I would favor Curious a bit more in the possible upset, although Donregu could also do it, but at the same time, Sue is like 9-0 against Zerg, so it's kind of hard to call.
It is very hard to call, but still will be interesting.
Now, guys, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.